Hi, my name is Andrid, and I am the generation of identity. The society we live in relies on the identity of what your hobbies are, what your talents are, the insecurities you have. As it says in Jeremiah 1:5, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you, and before you were born, I consecrated you. I appointed you a prophet of the nations. He anointed you before you were born. He knew what you were going to be when you were in the womb of your mother. At age 11, I was alone. Didn't have many friends at all. I was basically having at least like one or two friends to help me and back me up, but they wouldn't hang out with me at all. And at age 12, I desired popularity so much. I thought that it would fill in the void of emptiness, that it would fill in with respect and happiness and just love. But it was just a lie. I did all that I could. I was changing who I was into someone that people would want me to be. I did what other kids did that were considered popular. I did drugs, I drank, I cursed, I even committed adultery. And all that was just a lie. That wasn't who I was. Until this one girl. She was my best friend ever since 6th grade. She didn't really hang out with me much. I didn't hang out with her. My friends didn't approve of her. And I never admitted this to her, and because I want to protect her identity, I don't say her name or I don't say who it was. But she was always there for me. She one day messaged me on Facebook and said, "Hey Andrid, I know this is a touchy subject, but can we be friends all the way to high school? You're not the person who you were before. I found out that you did this and that, and I just want to say that it's not you. It's not who you are. It's not who you're going to be in the future. I want to see the same 6th grade Andrid who used to hang out with me every day." And that just touched my heart. It touched my heart to change who I was. And I did it for her. You know, she's the main root of who I became today. And knowing that I had a best friend who one day I went to his house and his mom started talking about Jesus, and I was all like, well, I already have Jesus in my life, you know, I already got baptized since I was raised in a Roman Catholic home. And she just started talking about Jesus to me. She was kind to me. She introduced me to Christian hip hop. I've been rapping for at least 5 years now. And before, when I was at that time, I used to rap about lies for good rhymes. And throughout that time, it was just, you know, just a lie. It wasn't really who I was and who I was destined to be in the rap industry. And soon enough, summer starts, and I decided to join football because my other acquaintances decided, hey man, you should go to football, you know? And I agreed because I decided I wanted to fix up my own body. Since I'd done so many things to it, I should just at least, like, you know what, I should just forget about it. I should just move on and be somebody else. I should be at least a football player. And I pursued that. As school started for my freshman year, I joined the MCGRTC just to fix up my own attitude. I thought the military could fix up others' attitudes and have them a better bearing, have better integrity, this and that is all true, but it wasn't satisfying to me. And I would just always hang out with my friend from 6th grade, and like throughout the whole year, she was always there for me, I was always there for her. She was the only friend that I could rely on and I could trust. And the other friends that I had were just acquaintances, really. I mean, I wouldn't really hang out with them, but I would say hi to them, smile with them, and eat with them. But then soon enough, one of my friends, a cadet from the MCGRTC, decided to invite me to church. And she invited me to this place called Centerpoint Church, and it was just one of the most amazing experiences that I had. It was so great. The worship team was great. The message was so powerful, and I remember it so clearly. How we can say we follow God, but then have excuses like, but I have practice, I can't go to church, or but I have this that I can't pray, I don't have time for that. But knowing that that used to be me, I thought I desired to change. I desired to change in me to become a Christian. And that following Sunday, I became baptized. And it was March 27, 2014 when I was baptized, and it was one of the best moments of my life. And throughout those days, summer came along. You know, I lost all my friends slowly since I followed Jesus, because they knew, like, that I was a Jesus freak, that I would follow Jesus throughout my life, and I would always talk about him because of how amazing he is, how his love is so merciful, how his love is so everlasting, and it's just beautiful. Throughout the summer, it was just great and fun, you know, led junior high ministries, and it was just great. Sophomore year, I was a loner for the first 3 months because I didn't know who to go to. All my friends decided to leave me out. They all spread from me. They came to me through one way, but they spread in 7. And it's just one of the most terrifying things ever. I was alone. I would be inside the RTC room just fixing rifles because it was just one of my jobs in RTC. And that was the only thing that I did during the school year, those 3 months. But then soon enough, I became friends with the RTC people, and I desired to love others more than myself. I wasn't as selfish as before because that wasn't who I was anymore. And I decided to serve the church, and I decided to do all I can to help others because that's who I was. That's the only thing that would satisfy me, is to help others into making other people smile, other people laugh, and just being there for every single person who needs me. And throughout sophomore year, it was just a total fun, and it was great learning about Jesus. I learned more about Jesus, and my small group leader says that I learned more about Jesus than a lot. My faith has grown stronger. My faith has grown really fast, and I led over, I don't even know how many people to church, but it's just a blessing to have those people come to church to learn about Jesus, to come to Jesus when they need him the most. Today, I'm not the person you see before you today, you know? I'm not the person who I was, and the drugs, the drinking, all these things that I was, it's not me anymore. All that's vanished because Jesus' blood washes over my sin and made it pure as white. It's just so amazing to see such a thing. And it's just, this applies to you too. Your identity isn't found in all the things that you do, your hobbies, your insecurities, whether you're a football player, a dancer, whether you're fat, you're ugly, all those things. That's not your identity, because once those talents, once those hobbies are gone, once those insecurities are gone, who are you? Your identity is not found within what you call yourself or what others see about you. It is found in Christ alone. Because Jesus calls you sons and daughters. He doesn't call you a football player. He doesn't call you a rapper. I'm not a rapper, spoken word artist. I'm not an RTC cadet. I'm not a football player. I'm not a dancer. I am a son of the Most High King named Jesus. I am the generation of identity.
I'm not the job I work. You can't define my word. But nothing on God's green earth. My identity is found in Christ. It's found in Christ.
Hey, how do I gauge success? What do I say I'm blessed? Is it the car that I drive, or the place that I rest, or the way that I dress now? It's the cause of my pride, the stage and the set, on my face in the press now. It's the applause that dies when the praise is less, if my face is depressed then it's cause my volume works, and the volume of the work I produce in the booth. It's a prize and a curse if defined by the perks, when the truth is through, it's through. Man, I'm gonna feel like I don't wanna live no more. Cause they don't like me like they did in 04. So I swallow my pride, empowered by God, I'm complete in him. He's got peace, God's peace I'm in his presence, weak his strength, meet his kin, weak his brethren, read this list, me forgiven, he's dismissed, guilt in my sin, and then I find my worth, cause I'm Jesus' friend.
I'm not the shoes I wear, I'm not the clothes I buy.